Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of FsPassengers. We are in Waterloo, Iowa, and in this episode we're going to be taking a trip up to Pierre, South Dakota, and it is listed as 360 miles. So that might actually be our longest flight yet. Go ahead and get it started. Alright. Hope the people aren't too fat in this one. Actually, that's actually pretty good right there, 58%. Let's go with 58%. And I don't know if we should even take luggage. We could put up to... let's see if we can... I don't think we can get it to 59%, but we'll check. Nah. Alright, we'll go with the 58 and then put that luggage back. I guess every little bit helps, huh? For us, we'll put 5. 5 pounds of luggage. Set the type to normal flight. And set our destination. KPIR. Pierre Regional. I guess Pierre is the capital
set.
of South Dakota. I should probably know that, but elementary school is a long time ago. Yeah, they're not too bad. Alright. Put that up there. We'll go ahead and have them put their seatbelts on. Never want to forget that. Again. Alright. Fuel selectors. Tank selectors. Open up the cowlings. Put these all the way up. Put the left one in the low idle. Turn on the nav. Battery. Left alternator. Pump. Magnetos. Start her up. That one on low idle. We'll turn off that pump. Right alternator. Pump. Magnetos. We'll get that one started up. Alright. Turn off that pump now. We'll go ahead and turn on the radios first. See if we can get a hold of them on the ground. Oh crap, it's not what I wanted. We're heading out to the west.
Waterloo ground, India, Victor 32.
It's like west-northwest.
Request taxi for takeoff, west departure. India, Victor 32, taxi to and hold short of runway 18 using taxiway Alpha, Bravo, Charlie.
18.
Contact tower on 1.
That's where we came in, the runway we came in on.
Taxi to and hold
Look at
short
our
of
progressive
runway
taxi.
18 via taxiway Alpha,
I have a
Bravo,
feeling that
Charlie.
that is a long ways away from where we're parked too. Because we didn't have very many parking options, so this is where we ended up. Kinda sucks. Alright. 180 will be close enough. Alright. Turn on the windshield heat and the pitot heat. Oh, why it goes all the way up. Alright. We'll go ahead and turn on our taxi light as well. So we're ready to taxi, turn off the parking brake, and let's head over to the runway. Like I say, it's probably going to be a long taxi, I have a feeling. Yeah, Pierre is 360 miles, which I believe will be our longest one. Like I said, the range is like 800 and some miles. It's like, I can't remember. I think it was 18,000 feet altitude and like, I can't remember, it's 50% power, I can't exactly remember. And it was with reserves and all that. I don't know. That's why we're at 58%. We should be good. Emphasis on should be, though. And actually, if we can get partway from the runway, we can go ahead and take off without going the whole way. Oh no, we'll be going up to 18,000 feet. We could actually go to like 20,000 if... Though I'm not sure that would really help any, because I still use the same mixture and power and everything. So I don't know. Now, is runway 18 that one over there? That kind of sucks if it is. Just might have to go all the way down. I haven't installed the other planes just yet, so I don't know about how much the other ones are going to cost. But we should only be, like, including this one, maybe one after this one, two possibly. I can't imagine it would be any more than that, unless the Grand Caravan, like I said, the cheapest one I saw was 1.4, but it's random each time you start it up, so it's not guaranteed to get one for 1.4. It could be 1.6. It also could be like 1.3 or something. So there's really just no telling, because there's no set price. It's just random. But like I say, I don't even really want the Grand Caravan because I fly that around the world, so it'd be fun to get another plane. Something that we haven't flown before, or something like the C-90B King Air. I flew that in Air Hauler, but only like twice, and it was a very nice plane. It's also by Carenado. And it was a pretty nice plane. I enjoyed that plane. And it does carry more passengers than this. It's not quite as big as like the B-200 King Air or the King Air 350 or anything, but it is a nice plane. And carries a good amount of passengers. I can't remember how much that costs. Actually, I'm not even sure how much that costs because I haven't installed. I just looked at the list of basically the seating capacity. I would like a plane like that. And there's no sense in buying a Caravan and using that for a little while because of the cost of it. It costs a daggone much. We'd probably lose money in the end. So I don't know. Didn't we already cross 624? I feel like we're now... Yeah, like circle around. We're around here, now we're circling around here again. Here. I don't even see the area where we were parked at. Is it like down there? This 18 is like the only runway that doesn't have a taxiway, close taxiway to it, from where we were. So I'm pretty sure we've already crossed this runway once, coming the other way. But oh well, this has got to be it up here. Oh, a little squirrely. I guess it doesn't have to be, but sure would be nice. Like to get up in the air. I also don't want to burn a whole lot of fuel taxiing. We put 1 extra pound in for the weight, which is fine for taxiing. I don't want to sit around here and burn anything else, even though we don't use too much. Well, there's another runway. No, that is 1836. Good. I was going too fast. 18 is to our left. We can get up there. I think. We did it last time. Last episode. Although we're a little... Well, no, we're not heavier. Because we were maxed out then, too, because of luggage. We just have more fuel this time. Same weight.
Waterloo Tower, India, Victor 328 at runway 18, ready for takeoff. Departure to the west. India,
2 notches of flaps.
Takeoff, runway 18, departure to the west, approved.
Thank you, sir.
Takeoff, runway 18, India, Victor 328.
Alright, strobe landing lights. Both on. Alright. To the left. Another short one, not as short as last time. I'll still hold the brakes just for a second. Brakes actually can't hold the plane. That's alright, we got tons of runway right here. So made the right choice. Really fighting me, just wanting to go to the right. Alright, get up in the air. Positive rate. Gear up. Alright, get rid of 1 notch of flaps. Alright, head out to the right, out to the west. Alright, which flaps are fully retracted. Alright. Desired track 290. Come on, heading bug. Taking forever. Alright, I'm gonna set 295. Autopilot. Y'all damper on auto. There we go. Vertical speed 700 feet a minute. Or sorry, 1,000 is what we usually do in this plane. Move our range down a little bit. Alright, there's 50 nautical miles. And let's see exactly how far. 358? Yeah, 358. Alright, it's going to be a long flight. We should be able to make it, though. I'm not too worried. I mean, we have 58% fuel, so we should be more than good. The only thing that worries me is they talk about you have to have a certain amount in reserves. I can't remember exactly how much, because they dinged us on that before. Alright, we're almost at 3,000 feet. I'll go ahead and turn the taxi light off. Start leaning it out a little bit, and we'll put the cowlings up. Or close them, I should say. Let's check out Waterloo, edge of Waterloo. Well, where I live, the trees still haven't changed. I think they set that date a little too early for everything changing like that, to be quite honest. This is what today is, like September 27th. They should have put it like October, like early October, not freaking September. But whatever. Alright, we're on our way. Slowly. And so I'll go ahead and speed it up. Let's see, I can't remember if it tells you how long it expects it to take. 238. And we're right almost at our actual cruising speed when we get up. It's around 130, 135, something around there. So that's actually going to be pretty accurate there. So I'm going to go ahead and speed it up, everybody, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Alright, everybody, we're about 28 miles out. So we'll go ahead and see if we can hit them up. There we go, Pierre Regional. Oh, no tower, huh? Select a runway for landing. For us, I guess 25 would be the closest we could go, just about straight in. And we'll announce our position.
Kilo, Papa, India, Romeo, traffic, India, Victor, 328 is 25.
I'm going to hasten our descent a little bit.
200, inbound to land, runway 25.
We're about 22 miles out, we're about 7,600 feet, so we'll just increase a little bit. And there with the weather change, you can see we dipped down quite a lot. Still running at 4x, watch that speed. We got down to 98%. I'm not sure if that was during the cruise or right when I started descending, maybe because sometimes I yank on the yoke a little bit when I'm trying to get that autopilot to work and see if we're still on autopilot on the descent. I hate that. But I think that only costs us pilot points. It won't cost us anything on money-wise. The money is most important. Alright, we're 13 miles out, so let me go ahead and just slow it down. So we're at 4,300 feet. Only 25, so we should probably go out to the right just a little bit. It's on the right side of the river. I'm guessing it's over here. I'm not for sure though, obviously. I want that one right there. A little more rich on the mixture. We're so low. Also got to go ahead and turn on the taxi light. A little bit of lag there. 22 frames. I think it's because of all the clouds. Clouds do ruin your frame rate. Yeah, it's got to be. I'm pretty sure it's that right there. There's nothing else, is there? It is. Like I said, I think Pierre is the capital of South Dakota. Yet they have a airport and doesn't even have a tower. That's kind of crazy. I understand there's not like a whole lot of people there, but I would have thought you'd have more than that. 9 miles out now. That's got to be it. Increase that range so I can see how we're... Maybe go out to the right a little bit. Although we can keep descending and do a short approach as well. Although we're doing 160 knots. I'm going to go ahead and put full mixture. Descending at 900 feet a minute. Pretty quick. It says we're only 8 miles out. It seems like that's further than 8 miles. We'll bring it back to the left a little bit. There is our runway. So maybe that's the buildings? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe that's the actual town. I'm gonna go ahead and halt it right here because it's saying we're low if that is in fact us. Alright. What speed are we at? Let's go to 2x just to get a little bit closer. We're at 3,000 feet. It actually seems like we're a little bit lower than that, but I'm not sure of the actual elevation of the airport. There's our runway right there. So I'm going to slow it down. Alright, it says we're right on it, pretty much right on it now. So we need to click off that, hold. Descend a little bit. Not too quickly. I like to keep that in my view, but I really can't. Alright, there we go. So we are right on the glide slope. Possibly slightly low. We'll bring down the power a little bit. Alright, now we're getting a little high. Alright, gears coming down. Stop diving down, plane. One notch your flaps. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the autopilot. Second notch of flaps coming out. Alright, looking pretty good. So I guess maybe that was like the facilities and stuff you're looking at, and the town as well. Try not to forget about ATC, I just thought about that.
Kilo, Papa, India, Romeo, traffic, India, Victor.
Alright, full flaps.
Runway 25 to land.
Come on. I'm trying to trim it, man. It keeps falling. Much better, although now here comes the nose again. Like I say, I think that trim wheel that you can buy from like SciTech, I think that would work so much better than this. You just have to keep clicking and clicking and clicking. It's so annoying. Alright. Get the speed down just a little bit, but don't get the nose down. I don't want to drop too low. It always seems so slow when we're coming in. It's like, how does the plane even stay in the air? It really does seem like it's just going to fall. Oh, whoa. I didn't mean to pull up so hard. Dropped kind of hard. I didn't mean to get the pull up like that. It looks like the facilities are to the left. Alright, they are. So I guess we need to take this taxiway. I don't see any others down there, at least I don't see the markers for them. Alright, flaps are retracted. Head over here. Whoa. Alright, hit. Now we're clear.
Kilo, Papa, India, Romeo, traffic,
Landing lights come off, strobe comes off, taxi lights already on. Open up the cowlings, although we probably don't really actually need to. Alright, let's go over here and park. And another successful flight. 98%. It was saying, I don't know if that was during the cruise. It would have been towards the end of the cruise, because I remember a little while back looking, it was still 100%. So it was either part of the end of the cruise, or when we started descent, and I kind of jerked it around maybe, when I was trying to get the autopilot to work. I do that because sometimes I can't actually tell if the autopilot's on the way I hit things. With that stupid vertical speed and everything, you can't really actually tell if it's on, so I pull on it or push it down to see if I can get the nose to go down for the descent. I'm really shocked there's no tower here. It's kind of crazy. Like, it's the capital of the state, and it's their airport. I was looking on Wikipedia to find stuff, and they're actually, I think, supposedly building a new terminal and stuff. How are you gonna have a new terminal? You don't have a tower. How does that work? Looks like they've got equipment. No tower. Let's go to... I was gonna say left, but let's go right. Well, what if there's nothing in front of that building? Alright, we're gonna go left. Hopefully you can park in front of that building. Or at least somewhere close. Where are we going? Taxi right in front of the building? Where the hell are we going? Well, what was the point of that? Exactly. I'm gonna hit that stuff. Okay, I could have just dropped them off right there, I guess. But I need to park. Okay, circle. Always choose wrong. Should have come to the left. Here's the parking spaces. All I had to do was go left, and I got the parking space. I want to park in front of that building. Alright, here we go. I really got to work on the turning. I go too fast around the turns, is the problem. I know that. Alright, stopping right here. The parking brake on. I'm going to go ahead and turn this stuff off. Take off the fuel. Turn off the nav and the taxi. Mags. Alternators and batteries off. Go ahead and let you all out. Alright. Off the fuel selectors. Close the cowlings back. And we be good. Get these people out. 3 of you still on board, but you're invisible. Put that table up. Because they are incapable of doing it themselves. Alright, there they are. Close that door back. Sweet. Let's go up here in this flight. Alright, 361 nautical miles. Time airborne, 2 hours, almost 24 minutes. Flight block, 2 hours and 33 minutes. Time on the ground, 12 minutes. Average speed, 150 knots. Climb time, 18 minutes. Cruise time, hour and 44 minutes. Average cruise speed, 151 knots. Descent time, 2109. Landing speed, 76.95 knots. Landing touchdown, we're descending at 160 feet a minute. Nice. Landing pitch, 4.21 degrees. Landing weight, 4431. Total fuel use, 320 pounds. That seems like more than last time. A lot more than last time, actually. Climb fuel use, 69 pounds. Cruise fuel, 213. About 123 an hour. Descent fuel use, 36 pounds. There's 98%. Oh, see, that's it was during the cruise. They didn't understand why they were required to keep their seatbelts on even after reaching cruise level, and that is because it's a small plane. You get turbulence and stuff. I would think that you should keep your seatbelt on. That's just me. I've seen TV shows like, remember what was that one in Alaska? They always kept their seatbelts on. Anyway, ticket income $1,673. Cargo $4. Yes. Fuel cost $236. $6 for the airport taxes, $72 for the insurance. Total real income $1,363. Times 50 is $68,150. That's very nice. They thought we should be 98%, so we increased 0.08. Got 299 pilot points. Made a very nice landing. Good flight, no problems. Plus 100. Landed at the scheduled airport 30. Long flight 119. How do you get a lot for the long flights, huh? I think we did lose a little bit because we were 98% instead of 100, but I'm not totally sure. And lose 50 for the weekend, but we don't care about that because there's nothing we can do about that. So let me pull out the phone. We're going to look at our company and check out the money again. I should do this every episode, but I don't. So, 486 for the plane. It wasn't 488 last time. We can't lose $2,000 off the price of one flight. It's 96% anyway. $486,762 plus our company has $856,971. $1,343,000. So we made over 60,000. So that would take us over the 4 million or 1.4 million. The caravan, but like I was saying, we don't know that it's really going to be 1.4 million. I will get the planes installed because next flight could be the last one with this plane. There could be one more though. Not for sure. But anyway, we're here in Pierre, South Dakota. Well, that's going to be it for this episode, everybody. I don't know where we're going next, but we'll be using that plane. So, I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and I will catch you guys on the next flight.